So the process is starting.
What is it? You ready?
And we're live.
We're live? Okay, well, hello everyone and welcome to the F1 League round day. It comes from Sochi, of course in Russia, around this more modern circuit. It's around the Winter Olympic Park, or the Olympic Park, of course, and it's not too far away from the Black Sea for all you tourists. I know there are a few. Anyway, what is today? We're on round 4 and we've had 3 races down already, of course. And we've got Sims leading the championship by some 12 points at the moment, and he's headed to our Leopard. I'm guessing that's his name. I'm not too great at it, but we'll go along with it. He's second in the championship, but I think more importantly, we need to introduce who's actually here today. So, first of all rounder, semi-finalist in the F1 Esports. He's joining us today alongside TK, the Fighting Scott as well. So, it should be a fun one, lads. Well, we'll start with all-rounder. What are your thoughts on these guys coming into this race today?
Yeah, first of all, good evening, guys out there. My thoughts of this race are pretty mixed. I mean, we have Feisty Ted around this league, who's obviously a very fast guy, but we have guys as well as the championship leader, Sims, it is. Then, as you mentioned, we have Talk Pepsi, we have Talk 94, so this league is pretty decent, I would say, and I'm really looking forward to this race because this track on this game is not as easy as it looks. We have open corners where you need to let the car go, make a proper good turn, and to actually have some pace for your lap. And yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, looking at some of the drives we've got, well, in fact, we know how good some of these drivers are, of course, we've just mentioned that, but it's a case of strategy around here. There's no real strategy, I don't think. It's an easy bomb stop, I'm pretty sure, so no real strategic minds here today.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
I mean, undercuts maybe, but it's not, you just had to watch the real life race to know that this track, all in all, is relatively boring, I'm not going to lie. Like, to watch it live is, well, hopefully tonight we'll see some improvements on boring races of Russia, because there's been plenty, as we know. If you've ever, hopefully you've all watched a live F1 race around this track to know that the races have been pretty bad. So hopefully tonight we can see a difference in that. Of course, we know Sims is leading the championship. There have been 3 different winners in the last 3 races, so that's something to look forward to. Maybe we'll see a 4th different winner here tonight, but maybe is a big, that's quite a big thing. We can't always guarantee there's going to be another winner, of course. I may be setting the obvious a lot here, and I do apologise. I haven't done a lot of research going into it, but still. But let's just wait and see. Let's see who's on a lap at the moment. I think most guys are on a lap, but who was the most crucial? Who've we got who's pretty high up in the championship? Tiamat Leopard is on a lap, I believe, and he's coming through the last few corners now in his Toro Rosso. So
Yeah, Feisty Ted is on the lap as well. He's obviously a guy to watch.
yeah, absolutely.
He's going through the middle sector right now, which is pretty difficult because, as I mentioned before, no corners around there. We have to stick it through the gears 4 and 5 pretty much every corner and let the car go and make a good apex. So otherwise you're not going to lose so much time. And he's now going into the chicane, and let's see how he goes through there. He's doing a good job in 3rd gear. Second up to 4th. Seems good. But for the 2nd chicane.
Yeah, gets it all nicely done. Just a note, Leopard is currently fastest with a 33.5, so where's this going to put the Mercedes as he comes around the final corner?
Here we
go, provisional.
33.1. setup, and actually, if he uses the time trial setup, then he's gonna be on the race because that setup was more time trial based, I would say. So I don't know if he made some switches on it to get it to a race setup. See, I guess.
Warden's just put in a lap to go fourth on Signasoft. That's
Yeah, Sims, the championship leader, is now going to the last
yeah,
corner,
through final corner.
and he's in P4 at the moment.
Four, yeah. So just drops Warden down a position. It's all pretty. I wouldn't say it's close at the top by any means. I mean, pretty big gap of places Ted has already.
Yeah.
We're already down under 6 minutes of this session, which is just it's kind of frustrating if you're a driver because if you know you screw up a lap, that could be it. But you know you've got the pressure on a second run that you could potentially.
People are saying that the sound is not working, Scott.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties. What can we do?
I'm new to all this.
So let's see.
Hopefully these technical difficulties will go away, of course. But I was just quickly going to mention, like that gap actually between, I think it's a third of the Amazement, and then I think all the way down to about. Actually, no, it's between the Amazement and yeah, PS squad.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. But more interesting, if you look from the Amazement to Warden, that's only a hundredth of a second between those guys. That's 300ths of a second that separate.
And Warden is on like super soft tires at the moment.
Yeah, I mean he's probably through a whole lot more than anyone.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
And as I know that the supers can go like 18, 19 laps. So with a 27 lapper race, we've heard of the race already.
yeah,
So
long duration. I mean, there are a few good overtaking spots on this circuit. I mean, a lot of the overtaking spots aren't complicated. There's a big wide break path that you can try around the outside of four.
yeah,
Quite
obviously
nice
the
to
main
sort that.
straight,
Yeah,
is
main,
the super spot.
yeah. The braking zone at two. Well, there's turn one and then you have turn two, but turn one is non-existent. So be straight. Turn two. Also on the rundown for Princess DRS zone 47-14, the chicane, the right left chicane. You could get a move done there. It gets pretty tight, so you've got to kind of watch that. There are a few good opportunistic moves you can pull off, but these cars, of course, at dirty end this year, so difficult for the drivers to really get close to the cars in front because there's just a lack of front end on the car. So you're just seemingly there's a lot more understeer. When I say that, I'm not the expert. That's why all rounders do it.
Yeah, the sound is not working at the moment. It seems to be not working overall. Like people are saying they can't hear us.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm new to this. This is new to me. turn the audio up on
Also
XSplit.
watching it via my mobile phone now.
Yeah, I've got the audio turned up on Elgato. I've got it's fully up on XSplit. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe just restart. Sounded was fine. The sound is just really, really quiet.
Everything's cranked on my end. I'm gonna quickly. Should be back up. But I've no idea if it's still working. I've no idea if it is.
Just back out. We'll do the first few. I think the sound of this sound just not, I mean, there's not much reason to
Yeah.
so that sound. There is sound, but it's really quiet. Like literally very quiet. People just have their sounds down the notch. I'm not bothering with that. Just turn the volume to the max on it.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah. That's why I'm confused.
We'll get a sound clear every time. Let's just do it like this way. I mean, we have not like 100 views, so doesn't matter. Yeah. I can hear CK, but no one else. No sound on my mobile phone though.
This is doing my nothing.
It's lag as well.
Yeah, it's lagging on my end too.
Let's just go with it. Okay, screw it.
Way to fix it. Alright, 4 lights, 5 lights.
Fiber lights.
Meanwhile, Charlie's out, and I wonder what's happened to him. He's binned it, coming down into turn 14. That's pretty weird. Maybe he got into contact with another car. Who knows? Maybe him, and maybe the guys around him.
Now Leopard again back in the DRS and slipstream. So he's not gonna try it here. He's gonna try it back at the back straight again. Just needs a good middle sector.
Oh, safety car.
Safety car is out.
Car
so this is gonna be interesting now, because everybody is gonna pit. And
everyone's gonna pit.
Everybody is gonna be out on the supers. So they are all going to the. Casey's not on the softs.
Has he pit in for softs? Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go straight to the end from now, surely. I mean, there's no real need for him to.
No, he's on the supers on my screen.
Oh. Okay.
The telemetry thing says softs, but my screen says super softs. So.
Mine says softs. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Well, you can go for the supers and go to the end, that's sure, because they're gonna last 19 laps, and with safety car being out for like 2 or 3 laps, you have 18 laps left, so that would work with decent time.
Yeah.
Let's see what the Amazement does. He goes also on supers. Yep, like I said.
Well, he's got nothing to lose now, has he? I mean,
he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
exactly.
Go for it. So, interested to see how he can make a pack.
Yeah. I think Ted, like every guy is pitting for the supers now. Has to be.
Yeah.
Well, Ted is braking very early.
Ted and Leopard both come into the pit.
Let's see if Leopard can actually jump Ted in the pits. Because Ted is gonna be hold up now. Or not. He found him somehow.
That was so lucky. How about the Toro Rosso?
Oh, yeah.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't
yeah.
managed. Yeah.
Still in front.
The Leopard comes up behind again, and there's another retirement. This time it's
Hamilton is leading now.
Oh, where has he gone off there? He's come off the final corner. He's gone straight on, so he's clearly just had enough. I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
Mistake, I'd imagine, but
must be.
Yeah, there's no way. But your race leader now is Hamilton Fan in the Renault, but he hasn't made a pit stop, which is going to probably because everyone else is on, fresh tyres.
It will cost him.
Everyone else. Yeah.
It's gonna cost him. Yeah.
The Amazement is, the Amazement's only not even coming through the final few corners yet. He's going through turn 16 and 17. He's just cut straight across. Okay, well, that's one way of doing it. But, trying to get that gap to the safety car as quickly as possible.
What is he doing? Oh! He's losing his car! Oh!
Sound back up. Well, let's go along with it. Ooh, okay, promising.
Ooh! But the stream's off, isn't it? Oh, 5 active. Oh, the sound is there.
Sound! Right, anyway. Hamilton still leads the way from Feisty, Ted and Leopard. And Sims, of course, in 4th place. Maestro is 5th. We haven't really given you a rundown on the field just yet. So it's Maestro 5th with Jorkin 6th. So Silent Mole is 7th. Jordan Gibbs is P8 with Pixel Gaming in 9th. Casey is 10th. Pepsi is 11th. And the Amazing
sound
is last. Or 12th. Sound is back. Brilliant. Okay. Well, in comes Hamilton, so he's going to make his pit stop.
Hello guys out there.
Hello! Yeah,
we're live, yeah.
And it's live.
That was an interesting first half, or first quarter of the race. Jesus Christ.
Well, incidents, carnage, you've obviously seen it, but you haven't had the dialogue to go with it, so bit of a shame, but still. The Amazement was involved in a big old pile-up coming in towards the first couple of corners, and a few cars were taken with him, shall we say. But it's the two race leaders of Feisty and Leopard that got very, very close to one another, but for the safety car. Of course, the safety car hadn't come out, those two would have probably kept on scrapping away, and it was looking like a pretty good battle. It could still be that way when the car comes in, so we'll wait and see on that front. Sims Championship leader still sits in third in this race, which is of course what he needs for his championship, of course. So yeah, he's currently got a 12-point lead over Leopard. Now this would of course reduce it, so the gap would now be 9 points between those two in the championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is where it's going to get pretty interesting. Let's just see when the safety car comes in, because we can't say anything's going to be interesting until the safety car comes in. So we'll wait and see. Really? Wow. Pixel Gaming also came in as well in the Williams.
One thing is for sure, everybody's gonna make it through to the end of the race, so there are no more pit stops involved in this one. At least you have like very bad tire wear, then you have to pit, but normally you should be able to make it to the end. It's gonna be
in this lap. On goes.
Hey, let's go on Feisty Ted and let's see how we manage the restart.
Yeah, Leopard is going to try and pounce as quickly as he possibly can. I would like to think everyone behind him would try to pounce as quickly as they possibly can.
Yeah, the thing is, Feisty Ted has to be very clever here because he needs a small gap on the main straight. So
yeah. Ooh. You want to get them pretty bike checking, lads. We all know the drill.
I will go for the throttle before the last one. Yeah, here he goes. Yeah.
Yes. Let's go racing again. One of the Red Bulls is coming into the pits as well.
Leopard is on it.
Coming into the pits, and we're racing again in Russia. We can see Leopard hasn't.
Sims and
as well. The front wings.
Like I said, Feisty Ted made it pretty smart. He still has the lead. That's good for him.
Yeah,
Leopard is right at his gearbox, so that's going to be interesting now.
Well, Leopard, he got off to a pretty, clean.
Leopard, yeah, sorry.
We hoped, but yeah, let's just. It was a good restart for Feisty Ted. It was all well managed though from the Toro Rosso. So now it's where we're going to really see this opportunistic move. Of course, we now got to wait another 3 laps before the DRS is enabled.
But look at this train between P3 Jorg. I think it's P7.
Wow.
P8 actually with the amazement. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting.
The train, which is always what you want to see. The amazement looking around the outside of someone, but
Silent Mole is on the inside.
Yeah, he's
Tom Pepsi's out.
Yeah, he's gone. I'm not sure what's happened there. A bit of lag on my screen, I would have thought.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happened there because Silent Mole's now 3rd. Jordan Gibbs is 4th, and Casey dropped all the way down in 6th with his teammate in 7th place. So lag has obviously cost one of the drivers there. Pretty dear indeed. So,
the Red Bull of Sims spot
Jordan Gibbs spins right around, and that's not going to do his luck of getting a P4 any justice now, is it?
Yeah.
So let's just that train that was once now.
So now we have Casey Legend in P4.
The amazement. Let's see. Through around turn 1. What a move!
The proper nonce of the amazement.
Trust on his teammate. Tremendous. Into 5th place, the amazement. So, now he's trying to put the hammer down. He was last in this race in absolutely no way. He was cutting corners to get close to the pack, but now he's all the way to the
we have to mention Casey. He's made 11 positions from the starting grid point. 11 positions. Other than P15 is not P4. So that's a massive job. Biggest winner at the moment, yeah.
This race. Gap between the 2 leaders remains at just under a second, but
second, yeah.
It's not going to be changing too often. They, of course, next lap I think will get DRS. So
Jorg is right at the gearbox of the amazement on the back straight. He has DRS as well, but he's not opening. Oh no, there's not.
Yeah, not just yet.
Yes, he is in the slipstream.
next lap. So the Amazement locking up a little, well, they're both locking up a little bit, but let's just see whether these two McLarens have got anything between each other. I can't imagine they will do. I think they'll just racing.
If they are playing it smart, they're gonna give each other slipstream to get up to the front. Like, no weird battling, but just giving each other slipstream and DRS, so they can get back.
Being enabled now. So we will
Let's see
when they come through.
Jork is right at the back of it.
Yeah.
He's opening DRS.
Yeah, he's got it wide open.
Too far,
see if he can get it.
too far away.
Turn 1. Yeah, turn 2 I should say.
Yeah.
Too far away. Nothing you can really do about that. This is just horrible. Well, it's not horrible in this game. It's realistic to be fair, but
the dirty asshole, but to be fair.
Yeah. Not nice at all. Who hasn't? Let's just see if Jork can keep his team under pressure. I'm not sure he's going to do that. It's now whether or not he can get him down in towards. I think Leopard's actually getting close, isn't he? Actually, to the leader. I hate to cut across like that, but it's probably more important watching the lead than it is between two teammates squabbling away, because this at the end of the day could be the lead of the race. And let's just see if Leopard can get a move.
By the way, you are mentioning the leader of the race. Leopard is pretty close to Ted now.
Yeah, he is pretty. I think maybe now it's got to be towards turn 2. If he can get a good run off the final corner.
Yeah, he needs a good run through that chicane and the last 2 corners now. Maybe he needs to be. Maybe he needs to go a bit wide into the last corner to make like a good exit. Just speed-wise.
Yeah, get his power down as long as possible.
He's taking pretty close. Oh, he's right at his gearbox. He's going to be there.
Really good exit. Really good exit then from now. He's going to try the DRS. Hopefully, Feist his head down in towards turn 2. It's going to be.
Oh, he's going to try it on the inside.
Yeah, he's not going to be close enough. It's nothing coming of it. No, nothing on it. So now he's going to just have to try and do it the old-fashioned way, try and get past.
Oh, he's going on the inside.
As he can. The Amazement. He's lost it through turn 1.
No, on the main straight.
I just saw his teammate had actually taken him, and then there was contact. There could have been contact because there were.
Yeah,
the two were
it's a shame for the Amazement. It's a shame.
Yeah.
But let's go back to the battle for the lead, because that's actually on now.
Yeah. So the Torosso versus the Merc, and he want to get as good a run through.
It seems like that the Torosso of Leopard is running a bit higher wings, because in the middle sector, in the curvy section, he gains a lot of time, but on the he can't get close. So I think.
Yeah. Oh, he goes late on the brakes through, or down in towards 14 and 15. Yeah.
He's running it.
And again, another bit of downforce sector. This is where we're going to see whether...
No, he's getting closer, Leopard, and on the straight he's falling back, so I guess he's running high wings.
We'll see again then. Feisty Ted, he's going to have to get a pretty good run this corner, and it seems like Torosso's probably got a better run.
Both made a decent exit.
Yeah, it just depends now on how good a run he's going to get with DRS, and it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. He's just hands closed up.
Look, he's not gaining again. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah.
So now he's surely going to have to make a move somewhere in the middle sector. He's going to have to be brave because there is no chance that he's going to get on the straight.
Yeah.
So we'll just see. He keeps tight to the apex of turn 4, which is
and you can see that Ted is a bit struggling into the corners with handling, and Leopard is getting through it very smooth and very clean. So yeah.
It seems to be twitch on the apex. It just seems sort of a little bit. Yeah.
But, on the other hand, it's hard for Leopard to get past through the corners because of dirty air.
Yeah.
It's nearly impossible. But he's not very close. He's not very close.
Turn 11. This has got to be his best chance. If he's going to go and get a move done, he's got to go really low on the brake.
Maybe he needs to risk it. Maybe he needs to risk it now.
Yeah, DRS is wide open.
Go on the inside,
he will.
Yes,
he's going to go through the inside.
Oh,
contact! All make contact. Feisty Ted's going to have to hold him on the inside. Can he get it all done? No, he can't. Yeah, I think he may have backed out actually. Couldn't get a good enough run through the apex of turn 15. It would have been tremendous.
It was.
couldn't quite
And
get it done.
he needs to try that.
Yeah, of course. No, of course. Straight line speed really for the Toro Rosso in comparison to the Merc. Of course, it's equal cars, but as we said, high wings. That's obviously going to cost you a bit of time. Let's see with Duras again. I think he's too far back this time.
Yeah, he's too far.
Although I could be wrong.
No, he's
Definitely too far back. Yeah.
And that's gonna happen every lap now. He's gonna be there after 30, and he will be right at his gearbox in the second DRS straight, and then he needs to try it into the first chicane. He really needs to.
Yeah. Let's just see how close they get to each other. It's also a comparison when they take a look at the lap times between those two, the last few laps. I mean, fastest time
It must be pretty equal, the lap times.
Yeah, I mean he's low 37s, high 36. He's recently dropped a little bit of time. He's in mid 37s, and same goes for Leopard. Exactly the same sort of times. They're very, very similar.
Yeah.
There's just hundreds between them.
He's too far away now.
Yeah. Just needs to keep it consistent. I mean, if you can keep the gap and maintain it, then a slight mistake from Price Teddy's in. This is a massive opportunity.
Yeah, there are definitely no mistakes allowed now for Leopard. Because once he with that slipstream and DRS, so he's pretty much, I won't say lost, but he's losing a decent amount of speed on the bank and main straight. So
yeah,
he needs to stick in it now. Maybe he needs to force Faisitet into a mistake by putting him under pressure or something.
They're just trying something, maybe darting one way and then another.
Yeah, maybe showing up, like he did there. Maybe showing up in the mirrors sometimes, so Ted needs to know that he's there, and then sooner or later Ted's going to make a mistake.
The drive he gets through turn 4 compared to Faisitet, he's taking it flat. I do wonder whether Faisitet...
Oh, he's close now. Maybe he should try it on the inside there.
Just a little bit too far back. The apex is just too tight. It's not really, can't get.
And this corner, by the way, is blind. Like I think it's turn 5. Is it turn 5 maybe? Too sure. Or turn 6, because the sun is going down so much on the track. You can't see the apex pretty much, and it's very hard to brake there.
Absolutely.
But he's now close again.
Close, yeah. He could. I think this was the sort of gap he was last time, where he just chucked one at the inside. He's got Duras, of course, wide open. You would expect he has as well. Is he going to go for it? He's going to go for a lunge up the inside, Leopard, and this time they don't tax. Yeah. Not close enough, though.
Not close enough.
Painful.
But I have to give credit to Ted there. He's defending very well and very smart.
Yeah, definitely. Very long the brakes do. Much as he can to just keep his drive behind. So. It's kind of reminiscent to Bottas and Vettel earlier on this year in the season. Like the guys closing up, within each other, just couldn't really get a move done. I mean, okay, we don't know what those guys' era was like, but quite evident at the end of the day. Let's just see. He's not, again, it's frustrating to watch, but it's just the way it is. I mean, on 2016, you would think that he would have probably got the move done. Without all the dirty air and everything like that, he may have already got the move done, but can't really judge it off that. You're just going to have to judge it off what we can see. So he's getting very close under braking once again, and Faisitet maybe running a little bit deep on the apex once again. Let's just see. Head down, he's gone wide, and
Leopard now.
He usually has done. And Leopard is going to be right on his wall, nearly rams into the back of the diffuser. And as we head down again towards...
I hope that he got damage from that, because that was pretty tight. But he needs to try it again now. Very late braking and going on the inside.
Yeah, on the inside. He's just got to try and cut him
once
off the
again.
apex
But
now.
Ted always sticks onto it.
He can't get the run through.
Oh no, he's going again on the inside.
Oh, he's at the inside. He's going to go for it now. Through, I think that it's turns 18 or 17, and just couldn't get it done again. So So maybe, I mean, Feisty Ted's obviously going to be too prone to know that he would try around the outside if he could. But you know, if you could
But
get
he's
that
close
outside
now.
line,
He's close now.
yeah, this has got to be his chance. 10 laps to go of the race, and Leopard is getting all over the back of this Mercedes. We head down into
He's too far away.
Let's see if
He's too far away. Oh, he's trying it.
Actually, he'll go for it at the inside and Feisty nearly make contact,
Oh,
but
nearly.
straight across the front wing. Wow, that was close. It managed to keep it all together, which is nice to see.
And this is a very competitive clean and fair. By the way, we have to watch at the back. There's a battle between Casey and Jorg going on now.
Yeah.
But that's difficult now. What to watch? Like,
You watch the lead. You always watch the lead. No matter
Yeah.
what happens, you watch the lead. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always gone by that, but it'll be different for other people, I guess.
I mean,
I'm too happy
the
with
thing
it.
is, we have these guys first on the back straight, and then we can maybe switch back directly to Jorg and Casey. See what's
Yeah,
going on
yeah.
there.
Check that. Let's see if
Leopard again. He
He's
is.
got to move. He's got to get on that inside.
Same gap.
Yeah,
He's trying it again. He's trying it
Yeah,
again.
he's going to go up the inside. Is his run going to be good enough though? He's got to really squeeze that
it
mark
isn't.
out. He can't do it. He just cannot get the merge all done and dusted out of the exit. It's just horrible. Must be flat
Jorg
far
is
off, so he's
too
right.
far away. He's too far away. So, can watch back. And
I can't believe it's just the same stuff, and it just, you know, you can't even be innovative. You just got to go for the same stuff because he's always going to cover.
Yeah, he
he's
needs
always
to.
going to take the race.
Yeah, he needs to.
He's never going to give it up. He's just got to take it as it comes. So
maybe he needs to brake a little bit later. A little bit, then he forces Ted. Yeah, to take the line away, and then Jorg is all off the back from Casey now. He's trying it.
he's going to look
No, he's
on
not.
the inside.
He just looked into his mirror. Oh, he's there. On the inside now. Into turn 3.
Yeah, he's on the inside through 4. This should be a transfer from McLaren. Is he going to get it all done on Casey? I'm pretty sure he is, but Casey's going to have to try lower
He is.
brakes if he can try.
Yes, nice
no,
move.
he's not going to bother. Yeah, good move from the McLaren. Into 4th place he will go. And back with the leaders once again. It was a transfer move from Jorg. I don't want to take that away from him, but
No, it's
you know,
off.
the running game, I guess.
Leopard is now
he's
all
got-
at the back.
yeah,
He needs to try it
Yeah,
now.
Feisty Ted got a pretty horrific exit coming off.
He needs to make it stick now as well. There won't be a better
He's got to
chance.
move to the he's going to have to try again.
Yeah,
He's
that's
going to
the right
have to push him as wide as he possibly can. He's going to have to go late on the brakes.
Push him right.
Indeed, he does. And the
He's
Mercedes
no.
is there again.
The thing is, that's no offensive here, but Leopard is a bit too much of a pussy. It's a bit too...
Yeah.
He needs... Oh, they're still going. But yeah, Ted knows what's coming up pretty much every lap, and Leopard needs to do something, something special, I would say. Maybe a kind of flying fin move, looking up the outside, then switching back to the inside real quick. So, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're going to come back straight into turn number 11 again. This is just frustrating. As you said, I couldn't...
He's right there again.
Better, but yeah,
He's right there again.
he's just got to...
We really need to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he's gone to the inside. Oh no, he's gone back.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
It's the inside this time. Yes, he's made contact.
Oh no!
Oh, he's nearly in the wall.
He's fair playing it. He lets Ted through. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You're using your words. He wasn't a pussy there, but went for it and nearly paid a massive consequence for doing so. So
Yeah. But he's doing it in a fair play way.
Exactly. At least he gave him the position back.
Yeah.
With respect.
So credit on that.
Try and make that gap up again.
Hopefully he doesn't have any damage from the contact. So it looks like that his wings are still complete, I would say. But we have to watch out for another thing. If the screen is right, Leopard has only like 0.1 laps of fuel left, and Ted has nearly 1 whole lap left. So this could be
shows how good his defense
at the end of the race.
is.
Yeah, the race when Ted is able to put it on rich mix and Leopard isn't, then it's gonna be obviously an advantage for Ted.
I wonder if these guys got any penalties. I'll take a look at that. Ted has got a penalty. He has got a penalty, so you'll have to watch that one. But Leopard also has a penalty, and he's been on the way for another penalty. So these guys, this is all level terms, isn't it? But you know, Leopard makes up one more little mistake, and a warning could be coming his way, and you know, that race win even further away than it already is. So it's all about, you know, now he's just got to play it safe because he's low on fuel. He's really pushed Feisty Ted these last few laps. It wouldn't surprise me if he was really low on fuel. So what is?
He's closing in again. The thing is, with now 6 to go in all the fighting, every lap, I'm wondering what the tires are looking like. Because they were right at the margin of making it through without a stop, and with all the battling going on, obviously the tire wear is higher.
Yeah. Did you feel like Leopard's tire wear is worse because of?
It depends.
So you've got less front end. You're going to have to turn in more, so you may more wear on tire. I mean,
if I look on it in the spectator mode, the tires are looking the same for both of these guys. So.
Yeah.
If I can trust on that.
Telemetry for some stuff, but we don't have telemetry for everything.
Yeah. But if I can trust the screen, then the tires are looking the same for both of these guys. So.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna go.
Sim is bidding for Ultras.
At the moment, that championship lead is going to be diminishing by the minute. I think actually that gap would have changed. It would have swinged into a different path. I guess Leopard will actually lead the championship if it stays as it is. I mean, got to be surely, because he's a 12-point lead in the championship. He's 18th, and well, it seems he's 10th.
The thing is,
it definitely would be.
In general, Leopard is faster than Ted. I'm watching Leopard at the moment via cockpit view, and he's actually faster than Ted, but it's hard to difficult in this game overall, and that's why he's still behind for all this time. Because Leopard is able to brake very late compared to Ted. It seems like 10 to 20 meters that he's gaining in braking alone. So
that's all brake bias then, that sort of stuff. I mean, whether he's got
yeah,
brake bias and stuff like that. So. Yeah, probably why. I mean, I've seen drivers in the past that have done 100% brake pressure at Langman. So we won't. Yeah, you know, and he managed to make mighty dive bombs in places. I'd say dive bombs, but that's a bit harsh. But yeah, we'll digress. These two still going at it, and I wonder if he's got a penalty since we last checked. I haven't doubt it. No, still on that. Yes, he knows what he needs to do. Just don't make any mistakes now. There's 5 to go, and that gap is back down to what it was, around 4.5 tenths. So it's looking pretty close. It's going to be do or die, you feel, in the latter stages of this race between the top two, who have been going at it pretty much the entire race, and it's coming to that stage now.
Leopard needs to play it smart now. Yeah. I mean, there's only like 6 laps, nearly 5 laps to go, and he needs to play it smart.
It's very close. He is.
He is.
So
But he's
maybe-
not gaining on the straights, remember. He's not gaining on. I'm in this cockpit view right now, and he's DRS and slipstream, and he's gaining nothing.
We go for
he's
it,
trying it.
over into turn two. We're going to go for it, but he's going to make a bit of contact. He's got a bit wide, and that's not what his intention was, but he had to go for it at one point.
He had to, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's what I meant before with playing it smart. That was too early.
Damage.
Not from his cockpit view. Not from his cockpit view.
Looks okay.
And that's what I meant. He needs to do that, but not at this stage. There are like 5 laps to go. He needs to do that maybe in the last 2. So yeah, that was not as smart as I thought he would be.
Yeah, definitely. Let's keep an eye on. Well, there's obviously one to keep an eye on, but I mean,
He's
it's not really
still in his
gone-
back,
he went
so-
for a move on turn two previously to that, but he got that one as well. So maybe turn two isn't the place for him to get the move done. We know that you can go side by side with him through turn.
Yeah, he's right as
14,
Gibbons again.
maybe.
He's definitely faster.
Definitely. So let's just see. I think we could be looking, if I'm right in saying, at our 4th different winner of the season so far. If it
So
stays
far,
as
yeah.
it is. Yeah, that's a pretty good record to have. But once again, look how close he is. He was nearly a second behind him on the start of that lap. You can definitely, as you keep saying, he is a lot faster than him.
He's around
At the
half
moment.
a second to 6 times faster than them. But he can't get through. That's his problem.
So many issues.
I mean, it's not only the game. Like the track itself is very hard to overtake.
Yeah.
In the middle sector, it's nearly impossible. So you only have the 2 DRS zones pretty much. Oh, he's close now.
Look how close he's getting. He's getting a pretty
Yeah.
good run coming up from turn 5. Really, whether we'll go through 6 again. Apex tightens so much that you really just can't afford to get him.
And you can't see the apex with the sun. You have to guess
Yeah.
it.
He's just going ham, just full ham. Just go for it, man. There's nothing to lose. Let's just see whether he'll get him.
Yeah, he needs to go on attacking mode when the lap 25 starts. Then he needs
Yeah.
to go on that. Then he needs his mind to be on do or die.
Exactly.
If he
I
wants
wonder
that
if the
win.
Merc's actually saving fuel right now. I mean, whether he's
Not really.
prepping himself for the attack. I mean, that could. I don't know. Well, of course, he knows it's coming, but
I mean,
you can see the red light.
I don't know if
Save
Leopard
fuel.
wants. It doesn't seem like that Leopard wants to stay in P2, so he's gonna try it somewhere.
No.
He will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just digress. Let's
But won't here. He's too far away now.
watch, really. Yeah. Because it's staying, it's maintained so much, and it's just not happening. And he's thinking about it again, giving him the eyes of the mirror through turn
Full
2.
exit.
Yeah.
But he can close the gap in the next 2 corners. So
Let's just see how much he can close it. That's the question.
See?
Oh,
He's right
definitely
there.
just close it enough. Down
Yeah.
to turn 6, he's sure he can have an opportunity, and Feisty goes and covers it off. He knows exactly that maybe you can go for that if, you know, if not, it could have been a whole different
he needs to
ball game.
try that
Lap
in the next 2
25,
laps. Oh,
Yeah, he's going to
Ted?
try and go nearly go side by side, nearly level, but not close enough.
Ted?
And we're going to see once again.
Ted starts to make mistakes.
Yeah,
There again.
Pressure.
There again.
This
And
is,
Leopard
there we
is
go.
all
This
over
has
his
got to
back.
be it. Surely for Leopard now then, the lead of the race, he's got to move to the inside,
Go on
he's
the
got to
inside.
keep with it, he's
Go on the
really
inside
got to
now.
stick on that
Wait,
wall.
yeah.
One thing he had to do the entire race, and he's managed to
Yeah, he
get
needs
him
to do that
surely
then.
around the outside. He's gone deep, and Feisty said still keeps him around the outside.
How does he do that every lap?
But that was the first time that he stayed alongside on that wall and tried
Yeah.
to bring him,
Yeah.
keep him around the outside, which is
He
probably
needs-
the best chance he had.
Yeah, he
But-
needs to do that around the outside there because the next turn is then the inside for him, and he needs to switch Feisty Ted's line. I mean, he has still 2 laps to go now, and he can close it in the middle sector now again. He will.
Yeah, this is where you feel they'll both just go to the deck. It's his hands on deck now. He's just going to have to see what he made of. Roll his sleeves up and see what they've got with these.
Ted has 2 warnings as well now. So
Wow.
they're both close to a second penalty.
Yeah, it could come down to a warning, and that's really annoying. But yeah, just 6 tenths of a second between the top 2. It's staying pretty neutral at the moment. I mean, Tyrrell Leopard has gone for moves. They have been risky moves. He's definitely gone for them. There's no hiding it. He's gone for it, and of course it hasn't paid off. Well,
He's
hasn't paid off
again
any
there.
time.
He's there again. He's there again. Oh yeah.
So this time, yeah, he really has time, and he needs to stick to the outside towards the wall.
But Ted is faster somehow.
Will he try? Oh yeah.
No, he's too far away.
Will he go late? No, thinks better of it. Well, it's going to have to be a last lap overtake.
Last lap overtake.
This is what we wanted, and a dramatic race. To be fair, between these 2 guys, I say dramatic. It's been close.
By the way, guys,
the entire race.
Sorry that we are sticking to this battle the whole race, but that's the only thing going on, pretty much. So yeah, we need to show that. Obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
I mean,
I can into like 27. Lap 27, this is what it's all come down to in safety car and everything. As Anthony Davidson always tells you, safety car played a massive role in this. I don't think it's played as big a role in this race because these 2 are always close. But
Leopard is a bit far away now, no?
Yeah,
he's closing it. He's closing it now. Don't worry.
Yeah. Here we go then. Doesn't want to make a mess of it on the apex of the corners.
0.10 laps for Leopard and Ted has 0.25, so they're both gonna make it to the end. So this is crucial now, this corner.
He's got to get it.
Oh, great exit, Leopard.
He's just got it, hasn't he? He's going to stay on the gearbox of it. Now surely he's going to have to try and go around the outside.
Here we go.
Down in towards turn 14. He's going to have to try. He's going to have to move to the inside of the wall. He's going to have to stick with him. On the last lap he's going around the outside and
Ted is
squeeze him
squeezing
out. I think he might. Ted's going to hold him though.
Ted has won it.
Ted has won it. That's over, surely.
Ted has won it. But that was fair. It was not unfair from Ted. It was fair defending.
Yeah, unless any mistakes come on the last couple of corners, which I see Feisty Ted's going to come through.
Oh, Leopard is trying it. No, that's...
Yeah, the 4th different winner in 4 races.
GG Feisty Ted. Oh, Leopard's won it!
Feisty Ted wins.
Wow, what a race, guys. GG.
Tremendous race.
GG.
And
now we have Silent Mole in 3rd place. Jorg is going to be in 4th place. Congrats, you nons. Then we have Casey Legend in P5. Maestro is about to go in P6. But hands down for these 2 guys in P1 and P2. Like, the whole race they were battling each other and nobody made a big mistake. Like, wow.
Yeah.
That was
there's
a
about
great
going on
race.
for the 6th place, I think. Maestro and the Williams.
Maestro spotted.
Oh no, sorry. Hamilton and Pixel Game. Oh, the Pixel Game is going to move to the inside. He's going to get it. Last corner. They're going to get around. I'm not sure he's going to get it. No! He's just missed out. Oh my god, that was close.
That was close.
Yeah.
And the Red Bulls in nothing. Yeah.
Not a great day at the office for Red Bull.
But yeah, hands down to these 2 guys. Let's get him in here.
Yes, coming in.
The first 3, let's get him in. Feisty Ted. Tall Leopard. Where is he? There he is. And we have... Where is he? Silent Mole.
Yeah, I'll invite him there.
Yeah.
Surely. There is your race classification in the end then. So with all penalties, Feisty Ted wins the race, of course, from Leopard in second place. It's only third for the Silent Mole, who comes ahead of fourth place Jork, and KC Legend finishes fifth ahead of Maestro in sixth. Hamilton Fan were seventh in the end, with Pixel Gaming eighth, and they were so close to the line, it was unbelievable. Sims was ninth ahead of in 10th, with The Amazement not being able to finish, along with a few other drivers, but they were all turned into their usual selves. Though Warden is the other non-finisher that I can name, at least. And we'll round off the field in 15th place. So, well, we may as well just go. I mean, I'm not even sure he's going to join, so...
Alright, we have one for you guys here.
He's joined. Yeah, do you want to kick the questions off, or...?
Oh, you can start.
Okay, well, sure, alright. Feisty Ted, come to you first then, mate. Very defensive drive. Yeah, I guess it had to be, but you always kept him in the same place at the same time, apart from 2 laps where it didn't go particularly to plan, but still. Were you just... I don't really know how to kind of phrase it, but were you just frustrated that you had to keep defending? Were you wanting to be in his position and attack, or what was the overall gist of the race for yourself?
I think I was happy in my position. I think I knew I could keep him from behind. Like, with the amount of times he tried to overtake me in the same places, I sort of knew where he would try and attack me, but I think he overall had better pace than me, and I was a bit conservative due to corner cuts and stuff. Yeah, he was very fast, and I think the defending was decent. I don't think there was any major incidents that would be penalised or anything. I think we both drove fair, but I obviously got the result. I think he was very fast and could have easily won if I didn't make a few mistakes, and that did set him up on some occasions, but he's very tense. Corner cuts.
Yeah, don't worry guys. Any collisions or stuff are recorded, so there won't be anything to give out some penalties. But yeah, Ted, as James already mentioned, very good defensive drive overall. I think the stream as well, as you mentioned, Ted, you knew where Leopard was going to overtake at some point because he did it nearly every lap, and I guess it was pretty obvious where he's going to try it. But still, that you made your line every lap through the chicane was pretty impressive, so yeah, GG on that.
Definitely.
Well,
Yeah, it was
in that
very
case,
hard. Everyone else was like flipping miles off and making pressure at me the whole race. So, oh god.
Brilliant. Well, congrats. We'll move to second place, Leopard. Couldn't quite get it. It was almost frustrating to watch at times. I'm not going to lie to you. But were you feeling the same way? You've got to have felt just so frustrated that you just couldn't get that move done in the end.
Is there any way I can include my audio? Because I've got the new Xbox update, so where do I do that?
It's on YouTube, so
cool. So I didn't do anything.
No need.
Cool, just thought I'll double check. Yeah, it was very frustrating. Very.
I mean,
That's all I'm going to say, really. That was, I'm still annoyed now.
Well, mate,
I love a ride.
to be fair to you, I saw that doing the stream as well, and I did as well. I had the feeling that you were a bit faster than Ted, especially in the middle sector.
He's definitely more confident for the corners than I, because of the penalties and
maybe, I don't know what ring settings you guys were running, but it seems like that Leopard was running a bit higher rings, because especially in the middle sector he was a bit faster, and on the main straight he was a bit slower. But overall it was a great battle to watch, can't deny that, and we really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoy. And definitely hats off to you guys. Very good job.
What's the next track anyway? It's Spain, isn't it?
Spain.
Yep.
Spain. Lovely, lovely Spain. Well, it may not even be Spain because it's Catalonia, and we all know how the Catalans are getting on right now. Yeah, it's the Catalan Grand Prix.
But yeah, hats off, guys.
We'll move on to the Silent Mole. I couldn't really think of any other questions for Leopard. I do apologise. May come back. The Silent Mole. You finished third. I mean, wasn't too much that happened for you. The second part of that race, really, it was just you had to drive to the finish. So, I mean, it sounds pretty Michael Owen statement of me, but a boring race for you?
Yeah, pretty boring, especially in the second stint after the safety car, as you said. I don't know if you saw, but Jork was having a very bad lag issue. He froze just ahead of me, so once I got past him after the safety car, I was able to pull away from Casey behind and got the gap, and just didn't push too hard just in case of corner camp penalties, and brought it home to third really. But congrats to Leopard and Ted, because their pace was outstanding, much better than anyone else's.
It definitely seemed that way, and I guess I mean, unless JR, you have any more questions?
Yeah, maybe one
do.
question to Silent Mole. I mean, you obviously saw as well that the guys up front were battling the whole time and battling very close. Yeah. Were you hoping at one stage that maybe there's gonna be a crash or something, so you can get one place up?
Yeah.
Was
you
hopes?
You always hope for that, especially when they're very close, especially on the second DRS straight when that wall kind of sticks out. There's always a chance that something could happen. So with I had Joe and the amazing, obviously DNF, so he was kind of me for a traction for me in the second part of the race, just watching that, because
and hoping for maybe a little incident between.
Yeah, and that would have allowed me to get up, but they definitely deserve to be 1 and 2. Not my best track, so hopefully I can bounce back next week.
But fair enough.
And on that note, I guess it's time to round off the stream. It was a pretty good race between the top two, very close throughout the whole race, of course. The next race, of course, is Spain in Catalonia. We won't go into political details, but it's been a pleasure to commentate on this league for the first time, and with JR, and of course with thanks to CK as well for streaming the whole thing. We had sound issues, but hopefully we can overcome them for next week.